Hi everyone, welcome back. Brian here from Wax Trash Treasures. I'm sitting here in beautiful suburban Philadelphia as the sky gets dark. It's been a beautiful day here today, not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket, that kind of weather. I thought today was the perfect day to spend a little bit of time talking about the Contemporary Era Players Committee, sometimes called the Veterans Committee of the Hall of Fame, and the players that they're going to be voting on for potential membership in the Hall of Fame. 8 players were nominated, and I think 3 can be struck right off the bat from consideration. That's Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, and Rafael Palmeiro. All 3 of them are permanently stained by the steroid scandals of the late 90s and the early 2000s. I think all 3 of them are pretty much ineligible for the Hall, just based on the fact that they used performance-enhancing drugs, and they used probably quite a lot of them, and really cheapened the game. Admittedly, lots of players were doing it at the same time, but most of those players aren't in the Hall either, right? Another name that I think is not really worth mentioning, he's nominated, but he's not going to get in, and is Curt Schilling, because let's be honest, Curt Schilling is a world-class asshole, and our society has decided that being a total jerk carries certain social punishments, and sometimes that social punishment means that you don't get your bust put in the Hall of Fame of the sport of your choice. Maybe next time be a nicer guy, right? It's a good life lesson for all of us. Don't be a dick. There's 4 other names under consideration, though, that are probably worth talking about a little bit more. One of them is Fred McGriff, the crime dog, right? He was a really good hitter. I think he accumulated something like 417 home runs over the course of his career. He played an important set of positions during his career. But I don't think he's getting in. A lot of the hype around Fred McGriff was frankly driven by the media and guys like Chris Berman at ESPN. He was in the Hall of very, very good, but he's not a Hall of Fame level player. I think the same is true of Albert Bell, who, by the way, for those of you who are keeping score, broke into the league as Joey Bell. I don't think he was ever even the best player on his team. I mean, he was a really good hitter. He could hit balls a mile, but he wasn't a world-class fielder by any sense of the imagination. I think he was just a pretty good baseball player, and in consideration for a Hall of Fame where only 1% of players will ever make it in, pretty good ain't gonna cut it. That brings up 2 final players. One of them is Don Mattingly, who I think maybe has an outside shot at getting in. Mattingly won 9 Gold Gloves as a player. He was a defensive wizard, and his career probably would have been a Hall of Fame player just based on accumulation stats alone. But he got hurt, and his back injuries piled up, and it cut his career short. And that just means that he, the 1985 American League MVP, probably is not going to get into the Hall of Fame just because he didn't play long enough. I mean, he could have been Harold Baines, right? The guy who gets 3,000 hits because he played for 150 years and, played the designated hitter position, but that didn't happen. And so the end result is, I don't think Mattingly's getting in. Now, he's got an outside shot, but I wouldn't gamble on it. And the other one is probably someone who should be in, and that's Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy is the only 2-time National League MVP who's not in the Hall of Fame, and who, was passed over by the Baseball Writers Association of America. His career also was cut a little bit short by injury. Now, he played 3 defensively valuable positions, 2 more valuable than the others. He played catcher, he played first base, and he played outfield. He hit a lot of baseballs a long way, and he was really good for a very long time, but just like Mattingly, injuries caught up with him. The difference between him and Mattingly, I think, is that Murphy won 2 MVPs, and Mattingly only took home 1, and I think that makes a difference. Now, I'm not talking about this just so that we can share who we think belongs in the Hall of Fame, right? Like, I am not a voter, I don't get a say. But we can talk about their baseball cards, specifically their rookie cards. Now, Murphy's rookie card was 1977. He was on there with 3 other catchers. He was a 1977 Topps. He was listed as one of the 4 rookie catchers to keep an eye on. But the other players are all junk wax era rookie cards. Roger Clemens, his rookie card was 1984 Fleer Update. It was a very limited run, and so his rookie card is worth a couple $100. Don Mattingly was 1984 Topps. His rookie card is $15, $20, and even Dale Murphy's is only $20. But the rest of them are pure junk wax. Albert Bell's rookie card is maybe $2. Fred McGriff is $6. Barry Bonds kind of had 2, right? He had 1986 Topps traded, and he had 1987 Topps. Most collectors would consider the 1986 Topps traded to be his true rookie card. Most sort of non-collector kind of people would consider 87 Topps. Either way, both of them are $5. Fred McGriff's card was $6. I actually bought 2 Fred McGriff cards on eBay just the other day when this announcement was made, and it set me back $13, including shipping. So these are rookie cards that don't have a lot of value, and even if they double in value, like you can trade it in for a Coca-Cola. But they're rookie cards probably worth having because these are players who were really, really good. And the fact that they came out in the junk wax era just means that their rookie cards are super accessible. And this is something that's going to persist, by the way. I think we're going to see rookie cards that are easily accessible for lots of players whose rookie years were between 1986 and 1993 or 1994 when Bud Selig ruined baseball. And, that's great because it means that lots of collectors are going to be able to get these rookie cards. Are going to be able to say, oh, I have this rookie card of XYZ player and it cost me $1.50. It's just the way of things. If you're looking at raw prices, which is what I was listing earlier, you can assemble all of these players for $250. If you are willing to exclude Clemens because, he's Roger Clemens and he did lots of steroids, then you can assemble the rookie cards for all of them for $70. And it's not a lot of money. If you're looking at PSA 9s, you're looking at maybe $700. Roger Clemens is a little more pricey just because of the limited print run there. But, it's an easily accessible entry point for these players. I think that, of the 8 of them, only 2 are really worth keeping an eye on, and maybe only 1, maybe just Murphy. But that's just me. If you think otherwise, leave a note in the comments. Please don't forget, by the way, to like and subscribe. I'm glad to have you here. Hope to see you around again. And have a great weekend.